What's going on, guys? Me, David, here, back for another shave. And today we got a heavyweight battle. Now, if you haven't noticed by the very first little screen that you see when you put on this video, or if you weren't paying attention to the thumbnail, we got a battle of an OG, or an original version of, and or now a fucking cheap imitation, copy, clone, whatever you want to call it. In my left hand, I have the Blackland Vector in all of its infinite glory. I know a lot of people have been wanting it. It's damn near impossible to get. Blackland can't keep up with demand, and who knows whenever the fuck they're going to come out. So, if you're one of those people, I want a Blackland razor. What the hell am I going to do? Blackland doesn't seem to give a shit about keeping it in stock. They've already promoted the Era twice on Real Talk and still haven't released that motherfucker. So if they can't release their new big deal now, which is supposed to be a faster manufacturing process, are they ever going to get this to me? So I'm a customer. I want to get a Blackland Vector. I even have the money to be able to purchase the Blackland Vector, but they're just never available. And when they are available, they probably sell out pretty quickly. So I get on Wish or Alibaba or whatever one of those other damn sites are, and I look up this baby right here. This is the Yaqi. What this is? It says DLC Yaqi. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but this is, you know, without mincing words, the clone of the Blackland Vector. It's a fraction of the cost. I think it's something like 40 bucks, maybe. I could be wrong. Forgive me if I am. I didn't look. I didn't purchase this shit. This was actually given to me by Ken Surfs over at the SoCal meetup we had in Huntington Beach, California. It was nice to see. It was really nice to see Ken. Really nice to see his wife. She's awesome. And everybody else that I got to see there. But can a cheap imitation, and when I say cheap, I mean really inexpensive. And let's face it, the machining isn't going to be as good. The threads aren't going to be as smooth. There is a pretty noticeable bend on the top cap on this one. Over here on this side, you can't see it as much with the razor blade in, but you might be able to tell. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and post the pictures of the close-ups I did, including with the blade and without the blade on this one. Hopefully without the blade, I am confident you'll be able to see that little curve. Now hopefully that doesn't affect the shave too much. Hopefully I don't get some blade chatter. I don't know, but clearly, again, really inexpensive. Tolerances aren't going to be as good. Threads are going to be as smooth. Things are going to be a little bit wonky. We'll get into this fucking this handle right here. It's already getting me pissed off, but we shall see. We shall see. So I'm going to go ahead and load my brush. Oh, well, actually, I'm going to load my brush. I'll go ahead and stop this right now. I'm going to go ahead and roll those close-ups, and then we'll come back when I'm ready to lather. All right, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and lather up. I've been in a rush to do my videos often when I actually start filming, so I haven't been soaking my brushes for as long as I would normally like. I'm just trying to get a damn shave in. The way it loaded, the way the hairs actually had some real nice amount of water actually absorbed in the bristles makes a difference, man. I really just got to take the time to stop skimping on those parts of the process that a lot of people probably don't think are important, but they are. They make a difference, man. And now that's neither here nor there. Very nice lather. Of course, I am using a soap base that I know very well. I'm using Sterling soaps. And of course, with normal battles, one side is going to be strictly, my left side is going to be strictly for the Blackland Vector, and the right side is going to be strictly for the Yaqi clone. And we're going to see, do I expect these things to actually add up and be exactly identical? No, but for at a fraction of the cost, is this a good substitute for it and readily available substitute? So let's go ahead and check it out. It's going to start with the first pass with the Yaki clone. I will note that the blade exposure on this is a little bit more than on the Vector. So let's see. So, as I was kind of predicting that might be happening, I am getting blade chatter from the side of the razor that has that bent up curve on the top cap. Also, funny enough, something that I'm noticing, this feels more mild than the Vector. Even though this does have more blade exposure, you see a little bit more of that blade in there. It feels like a milder shaver. Now, go ahead and go with the left hand here. So, yes, of course, the tolerances are much better on the Blackland Vector. It is a more quieter shave. More stability in the blade. Because that top cap is even all the way around. So I feel, even though I feel the blade more on this, I feel like I have much more control. I feel like the shave is smoother. Now, again, mind you, both of these razors have the exact same style blade in them. They both have the Feather Pro Guard. Go ahead and get the goatee marinating right there. There we go. So after that first pass, kind of got what I expected out of it. Now let's go ahead and go with the second pass. You know, this isn't my favorite pass, but it probably is the most important. Now again, so far I don't believe this feels the same as the Vector. Doesn't mean that it's going to give a bad shave. So we're going to go ahead and see how it does on the most important pass, the money pass, against the grain, and see the results. So again, I could feel that little bit of blade wiggle, and it is which is a very unique feeling for me. I don't think I've ever felt that on a razor before, but I can feel this side giving me that little bit of a chatter right there. I still don't feel unsafe with the razor. It still feels milder, more mild on the skin. But I would be lying if I said it didn't feel good on the face. Still feels nice. Still feels nice, but it is, you know, those differences, they're there. So what I'm going to assume here is why I could feel the blade more on this one. The blade gap is probably a little bit more, a little bit wider on this. That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know shit. I don't design razors. Oh man, Sterling, this is just beautiful. I was heartbroken, really, really heartbroken. I was at the meetup. The store had Triumph by Sterling. I was gonna get it. It had a clear tub, not one of these fucking hideous green tubs. It had the clear tub, but no matching aftershave. I was devastated. If I was gonna buy it, I wanted the matching set. No matching aftershave. I could have just bought it there, but I was just so butthurt that they didn't have the matching aftershave there. I didn't buy the tub. I could have just bought the damn aftershave online. I fucked up, but I was just so busy beating my feelings that I didn't even think of that. So, oh, all right. 2 passes down already. Not bad. Cool ass event though. Smaller. It was on the smaller side. We've definitely have had bigger meetups, but we've also had more time planning. We had more people involved in the planning before, and especially more people getting the word out. I wasn't involved in anything with this one, which that's not a bad thing, not a good thing. Just I wasn't involved, so I didn't really mention it on here. I did share it on my Instagram, but even then it was a little bit, I was a little late to the party on that. I would say it was a success. There were some faces that I'm accustomed to seeing at the SoCal meetups that weren't there. Kind of surprised and disappointed, but you know, everybody has their reasons. I know, like Josh Bonetta, I think he came down with a little bit of an illness. I don't know if it was the Rona or not, but they told me that he was a bit sick, so he opted to stay home. All right, third and final pass, my favorite pass, against the grain. First with the Yaki. And sorry for the dead air. I usually don't do much dead air, but I'm really trying to focus in on the feel, the glide, kind of finding out what hair left behind. I really want to be able to gauge the quality of this pass. And I'm going to stop repeating myself on the breakdown of what I'm feeling. And I'm just going to kind of save it for the final thoughts. But very nice. And I've already talked a few times about the Vector. This now should be the last shave. Once I figured that I was getting this, I'm like, oh, now I got to hold on to the Vector for a couple more days. Yes, honey?
What are you doing?
Doing a video?
Oh.
Would you like to say hello?
Hello.
All right, you said it.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
For me to say hello. Okay. Hello. Better?
Yeah, much better.
I got the dye for the dress.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Sounds fun.
Sounds fun for you. That's what you got to do for your daughter.
Yeah. All righty. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alrighty, well that's the end of the third and final pass. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off. Ooh, it's hot in here today. It's been hot. We had a little bit of a heat wave going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off and we'll get into the final thoughts. Alright, I am back here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the aftershave on. Totally irrelevant to the video, but still want it nonetheless. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There you go. This was Haverford from Sterling Soap Company. Thank you, Sefferton Shades, for setting me up with that dye. I do appreciate you. And let's get into the final thoughts of this ordeal. So, Vector, Blackland Vector. I have gushed about this razor. It is a fantastic razor that absolutely 100% fits my preferences in a safety razor. Has the perfect amount of blade feel. You feel plenty of the blade on your face without feeling unsafe, without feeling that you have to be extra careful, without any real worry about cutting yourself. It is just a phenomenally designed razor with the handle so-so. Aesthetically, of course, the handle's always fantastic. Function, it's all right. I don't hate it like I hate the Blackbird, but it's not fantastic. The head design, phenomenal. Now, the Yaqui clone. Fit and finish is not as good. The screw is not as smooth. The shave itself, it is a much milder feeling shave. The razor feels more mild, and I actually did more passes on this side, buffing some spots, so it is overall a more milder shave. If that's something that interests you, this may actually be a better option for you. If you're somebody that has that sensitive skin, you want a little bit more control on how much hair you're taking off each pass, really into that hair reduction, this is going to be an actually good option. It was a good shaver. It felt good. It functioned. The end result is really, really good. Does it fit my preferences? No. Is it good enough to keep? Absolutely. So if you're somebody that's tired of waiting for the Vector, you like your shaves more on the mild side, the Yaqui clone, not a bad option. You know, now there's going to be some moral high ground that some people will stand on, saying that it's not good for business for people to buy clones. Listen, if vendors can't make them affordable for everybody, you got to do what you got to do. If they can't keep it in stock, you have to do what you got to do. Do I think the Vector is a fair price for the quality and the product that you get? Absolutely. I find it to be an absolute fair price, and if you have the money for it, I absolutely recommend getting a Blackland Vector. It's just a matter if you could ever really even get the opportunity for it. But it is a fantastic razor, and I feel that it is worth the price that it costs. You know, but this ain't bad. This isn't bad at all. Yeah, I don't see a problem. Now, whether that little bit of a bend on that top cap becomes a problem at some point, I don't know. But as you can see, no cuts, no irritation, no nicks, no blood. So it didn't affect this shave whatsoever. I will be giving it a few more shaves before it gets put up on the shelf with all the other razors, and it'll get some rare rotation time, like most of my safety razors. Again, not a knock to this, just I prefer straight razors. But milder shave, much less price point, nice weight. I do like the weight, and that's it. I'm trying to find, except for the little bit of a wonkiness on that top cap, there's not a whole lot of negatives to it. This fucking handle sucks. It's slippery. I don't like it. It's pretty cool with these notches right here for against the grain. That's fine. But holding it regular is just not very enjoyable for me. But again, with the Chinese company, what do you really want? They're going to do something fucking wonky. And if anybody else has this Yaqui clone of the Vector, comment down below, please. Let me know if your top cap has that little bit of a bend. Maybe it could be unique to this one. You may not have that issue in one that you get. But I can only judge what I have, and this one does have that little curved portion of the top cap. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts, feelings about buying clones. If you have the Vector, let me know what you think about that. If you have the Yaqui, let me know how you feel about that. Hey, let's have this conversation here. But hey, if you made it to this point of the video, you know, guys, how much I fucking appreciate you. Thank you for riding with me all this time. Still a crazy world out there. Love one another. Stay safe. Stay healthy, and I'll catch you on the next shave.